നമസ്കാരം. ട്രൂ സ്റ്റോറിയിൽ ഇന്ന് നമ്മോടൊപ്പം ഉള്ളത് ഗുരുജി സഞ്ജീവ് കൃഷ്ണയാണ്. റിതം ഓഫ് ലൈഫ് എന്ന ഒറ്റ യോഗ മാസ്റ്റർ പ്രോഗ്രാമിലൂടെ ലോകത്തെമ്പാടുമുള്ള ആയിരക്കണക്കിന് ആൾക്കാരുടെ മാനസികവും ശാരീരികവും ആധ്യാത്മികവുമായ വീക്ഷണങ്ങളിൽ മാറ്റം വരുത്തിയ ആളാണ് ഗുരുജി സഞ്ജീവ് കൃഷ്ണ. സ്വാഗതം ഗുരുജി.
നമസ്തേ. നമസ്തേ.
ഡിവൈനിറ്റി എല്ലാം ചേർന്ന ഒരു കലയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു വ്യായാമ രീതിയോ ആണ് യോഗ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഗുരുജി എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഇതിലേക്ക് വന്നത്? ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് കൂടുതലും യോഗയെ കുറിച്ച് അറിയാനുള്ളൊരു താല്പര്യമുണ്ട്, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ റിതം ഓഫ് ലൈഫിനെ പറ്റി.
താങ്ക് യു ഫോർ ഹാവിങ് മീ ഹിയർ. ബിഫോർ ഐ സ്റ്റാർട്ട്, ഐ ടോക്ക് ഇൻ മലയാളം ഓൾസോ, നോ ഇഷ്യൂ. ഇപ്പം ഏതൊരു മനുഷ്യനെടുത്താലും എത്രത്തോളം എനിക്ക് എന്നെ അറിയാൻ പറ്റും, എനിക്ക് ലോകത്തിനെ നന്നായിട്ട് അറിയാൻ പറ്റും. ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ എത്രത്തോളം എൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിലേക്ക് ഞാൻ പോയാൽ നാച്ചുറലി I will understand the world better. So at a young age, I got into the knowledge. Why? I was introspecting a lot, being alone with my auntie who was living with me. And I was away from my parents. Maybe that would have triggered me to think more or introspect more. This led me to understand how important it is to know who I am. You know, in a human lives, two things I have understood is we should learn how to manage our life and how to know myself. These two things today is not understood. We are just giving our children, kuttigal padikkanam, you have to study. Why? You have to get good marks, you have to get to the best of universities, you have to get a good job and make money.
True.
No one teaches anyone how to enjoy life. So at this young age, I was introspecting and trying to understand what is this life, you know. So this led me to some great masters. In fact, I was in search. At the time, if you see, yoga nu parnal, everyone thinks even sannyasi aipo.
Okay.
That was the concept at the time. So even when you want to tell that you want to learn yoga, they think we should not allow him.
Yeah.
So it so happened, one of the person, he is a first disciple of Shivananda Paramahansa, the Siddha Yogis. So in fact, one day he came and he asked me, you want to learn yoga? So this was a very good opportunity for me to ask my daddy who was there, can I learn something? He said, okay. So that is how I got into the knowledge. So getting more and more into the knowledge, I was with him for almost 6 years on a continuous basis, meeting him, interacting with him, learning from him. And in fact, my journey started initially morning 5 o'clock. Then I thought that's not enough. I need to have little more time. So I started making 4:30. Then I thought that's also not enough because I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
So finally, a stage came, 3 o'clock I get up in the morning after freshening up. From 3:30 to 6, I was enjoying myself with this knowledge. So how has it helped me, if you may ask? I was more and more realizing about how profound is a human life.
Yeah.
So this led me to understand that there is much more in this knowledge. So I came in contact, wherever the word yoga comes, I go there and I check. In this way, I started being in touch with the Transcendental Meditation group, Maharshi Mahesh Yogis. So I was with practice of TM for some time. Then I started reading the book of Paramahansa Yogananda, you know.
Yeah.
So Autobiography of a Yogi was a beautiful book. Even anyone who can get in touch with it, please. It's a beautiful book. And this I got into the Kriya Yogas. So they have a regular pattern of training. And then after that, I came to see one board, Raja Yoga. That is Brahma Kumaris.
Oh, okay.
So I got in touch with them, 2 years very closely associated with them. And I was trying to understand what is the right concept, where does it lead to? And then I realized there also it's a very good program, and spiritually you gain lot of knowledge. But having experience from the Siddha Yogi, I found physical body also is very essential to go in the journey. You cannot have a rugged car and talk spirituality.
Yeah. Right.
You know, your body should be so dynamic. So along with that, I wanted to gain more. In the meanwhile, one of the person, Guruji Rishi Prabhakar, he was an aeronautical engineer in the US, and he got in touch with Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, who was there in US at the time, who had started Maharshi Mahesh Yogi University. So Guruji Rishi Prabhakar left all that. He became an ardent disciple of Maharshi Mahesh Yogi. So he wanted to propagate this knowledge because for him it was a fantastic revelation. So he came to India, started the Rishi Samskriti Vidya Kendra, and it is called the Siddha Samadhi Yoga.
Okay.
So I got in touch with one of these teachers and got involved into it, and I found it was also fantastic. On a scientific approach, it helps spirituality.
Right.
So I took up the teacher training under the direct disciple of, as a direct disciple of Guruji Rishi Prabhakar, and underwent the training, and I was also supporting. And in fact, Guruji Rishi Prabhakar is one of the disciple, Prem Vaishali. She is from Pune.
Okay.
She was very much into propagating it into Kerala. So I was supporting her. And we had done so many programs in Kerala. I was taking care of all the issues and all. And then I joined the Bihar School of Yoga.
The best.
There also we learned so many other things. Then I realized this knowledge never ends as long as you're alive. So apart from that, for my day-to-day things, I used to work as a medical, into transport, into banking. Then at one point I was traveling for recovery. And one point I thought, let me do what I really love to do, because this knowledge is what is my passion. So whenever I travel, I meet spiritual masters, sit with them, stay with them, talk with them. So this has enhanced my knowledge on how profound and beautiful our life is. So along with the corporate knowledge and the spiritual is what I have made this program called Rhythm of Life. So it's not just knowledge from books, it's life experiences. I feel experiential wisdom helps a person to be more profound, more acceptable, more broadening rather than just learning as a subject. So that's why Rhythm of Life, if you observe, when I started the sessions, it has helped people across the globe, as you rightly said, to take over the imbalances from the system. Because every person in the world has to know who he is, rather than running to others to get solutions for your health, whether it's physical, mental or emotional. So that is how this program has. If you see in a country, there are so many ministries. Every ministerial department has to work efficiently. The country thrives.
Right.
Take the case of a company. Every company has certain departments. All the departments should work efficiently. Then the company has no choice but to grow.
Correct.
Same is the case in a family. Every person in a family, whether it's husband, wife, father, grandfather, children, have their own dharma or duty. If they don't perform their duty, the family will never enjoy lives.
True.
Now, what makes a family or a company or a country is individual human beings. Individual human beings have 5 divisions, which no one teaches. When these 5 departments are not functioning, the person will not be in harmony. So this knowledge has slowly started evolving, and that's how I came to Dubai for a holiday. And then it so happened I started a
And
yoga
you changed
center.
Dubai.
I didn't change. It was a divine ordinance. I am just an instrument.